start shit if you ain't ready to get hit.
Well, allow me to drop some knowledge.
You have to disagree. I saw that Sailor Moon outfit.
Can you see me? I'm here. I'm trying to find a straw. Hold on.
You. I need. Can you send an invite to Maurice for me? Because for some reason I can't find
what? Oh Lord. Let me see. How do I do that? Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Accident.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I see him. Alright.
Okay. J. What's up?
Hey.
Can you?
Hey. I'm trying to find him. I know he's in here somewhere. God damn it.
Try to send like Jay.
Well, request of Maurice.
Yeah.
Maurice. It was giving me a problem.
Why isn't that letting me either?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. What's going on?
I don't even see him on the. I don't see him in here.
Just join.
You just joined.
Okay.
All right. Happy New Year, Christian. Hope you sing.
Happy New Year.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah, we go. New Year's, everyone. How's it going, the team?
Hello.
The team is here.
Yeah. Yes. Hello.
Yo,
I got Gatorade.
we got our first podcast on the first New Year's. You know, that's good, man. Yo, I find it funny. If you guys look at my view, I'm on the bottom of BMF, and we're matching. Okay. Maurice and Megan are matching on my side. That's dope.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing my NWA shirt that Pope gave me.
No,
that's fine.
Yeah,
that is fine.
He wore it. I said it as a joke. I was like, Pope just had that shirt. He's like, you wear this shirt? And I'm like, yeah. He gave it to me.
Respect.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, cool dude.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
It's your favorite.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
We made it. We made it.
Here, returning co-hosts Megan, Jay, and Maurice. Thanks for being here, guys.
No problem.
Thank you. No problem.
Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.
Don't mind me. I'm a little thirsty. I'm drinking it in, man. Little bit.
If you have a comment or a question, leave it. Just type it below. We're gonna converse with you live. We're gonna be talking about, you know, everything, the rundown from 2022, and maybe some things we expect for the new year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start by a little rundown that I found.
Okay.
2022. 2022 was a common year, starting on a Saturday.
Wow.
The 2022nd year of the Common Era, 22nd year of the third millennium and the 21st century. and the third year of the 2020s decade.
Wow.
2022 saw the continued impact of the inflation surge as a result of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The global rollout of COVID-19 vaccines, which began at the end of 2020, continue, and the year saw, lifting of restrictions and all that, reopening of international borders. The global economy increased its recovery from the pandemic, though it experienced an ongoing inflation surge, which most of us are still dealing with.
Absolutely.
Price of eggs, my goodness.
It's not never gonna end. This is gonna be stuck with us forever.
The Twilight Zone that never ended. That's what it feels like, honestly. It does.
We're not even in the Twilight Zone no more. We're just, this is like 2020 was technically the new era of a virus that we had to be used to. And 2022 just shows that it's just never gonna end. That's what it showed.
2022 also marked the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the largest armed conflict in Europe since World War II, caused the displacement of 15.7 million Ukrainians, 8 million internally displaced persons, and led to international condemnations and sanctions and nuclear threats, the withdrawal of hundreds of companies from Russia, and the exclusion of Russia from major sporting events. While being the year, the world population hit 8 fucking billion people, bro.
Yeah, damn.
I mean, it was COVID. What else did you have to do? Yeah. And they kept liquor stores open because they looked at that as an essential item. So, I know a lot of pandemic babies. They built different. They're some strong.
They're strong. They're progressing fast.
Oh my God. My baby Charlotte can push a table. I said, oh, hell no. Go back to your mama. It's bad, but hey, that's all you can do.
It happens.
What we're going to do, we're going to go around and just pick a topic and we'll discuss it. How about, you want to start first, Megan?
Okay. Let's see. All right, Chris, I got Jay in here. Let's just do the MMA situation.
All right. I was like, we could have saved that a little last. Sports event. No, it's all good. What do you mean, like my situation in MMA, or
like MMA in general, like in whole, like yeah, like the thing that I'm not like it is just like, why do we have a number system if it's not going to be you?
So, what I know this year, sorry guys, I gotta get this because I don't. 2023, I don't want nobody giving me no bad eye. So, but let me just explain what I witnessed by the end of, let's say, the 5 months journey in the MMA world, is getting too political now. Now they're showing it as getting too political, and even though Dana was trying so hard to not make it political because he doesn't want to get the rep that boxing has, but it got it because I was a little disappointed with the whole Khamzat Chimaev situation, that he couldn't make weight, disrespected a legend like
that was the biggest part of his career.
That was a spit in the face of guys like me. Like, you're fighting a legend like that. You want to show support and show professionalism. Even though we finally got the dream fight, which was Tony Ferguson and Eddie Diaz, which that was something I've been wanting to see for a while. Me too. But not that way. It should have been more hyped up. But the MMA world's getting too like the only excited time that I got is the Madison Square Garden card. That was the only true that not one fight went to the judges. They actually wanted to fight. They all went to war. That was the only time I was officially an MMA fan, even though I was a little sad that Adesanya lost because he's my favorite fighter. But He fought a dangerous guy, and they showed what MMA was about. They didn't need to go to the judges. They needed to go to war and show their skills. They made me feel like an old school fan. But lately, it's just getting too commercials, getting too politic. I'm noticing that the numbers are going down again. That like ESPN Plus are starting to lose members of all the UFC fighters. Because
at one point in time, they were trying to partner it with to get a package with Disney. Like they was trying that because when I saw that when they were trying to huddle together, I was like, okay.
I think it was Hulu, Disney, and ESPN Plus.
Exactly, and I was like, okay, this is either a good thing or a bad thing.
It was a terrible thing because MMA represents a combat sport that, let's just be honest, it's a violent sport.
Yeah, people already look at it as barbaric.
If anybody sees, if you got a kid watching Disney Plus and he puts ESPN Plus, he's watching people beating up, but they're not understanding that they're doing this out of sport. They're doing this at a competition. They're not doing it to this and that. Because let's think about it. Yeah,
this is their career.
Nowadays, everyone thinks they're bad at it now because they watch UFC. They think they know it all. Trust me when I say this. I even get my ass whipped.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I think that was just a horrible idea.
Yeah.
I think MMA now is kind of reminiscent to the clique era of wrestling. It's political. It's certain groups that are liked or favored getting their way, and that's exactly what it's feeling like, and that's what happens.
But to me,
because
when you're doing it that way, these are grown double snakes men acting like toddlers.
That's what happens when you get a bunch of men together.
Having a temper tantrum. That's what it is. A temper tantrum.
Yeah, but if you can find a way to get over without skill, with just talking and being friends with this person, being cool with this person, it works.
You're right.
It's terrible. It's bad for the business, but it works and it gets you more money in your pocket. And as long as it works, it will eventually happen. That's what happened in boxing. That's what the term is not what you know, is who you know. It's not.
You go further in life being right than qualified.
Everybody knows now. Everybody knows now. Let me bring this fighter back up. Khamzat Chimaev. He's becoming a star, and he's showing his skills. He's a fucking scary dude. But if I was one of the promoters, and I'm seeing that he missed weight, and this is not the first time he's done it, I would have gave him the same punishment they gave Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero missed weight 3 times in 185. One of them was a championship fight. And one of them was a contender match. And one of them for a #1 contender fight. So you saw how bad they treated him. And he's a dangerous, crazy fighter.
In his 40s.
In his 40s. But if you already saw that Khamzat Chimaev is a 6'2" guy, and he's fighting 2 divisions, 185 and 175. And if he can't cut it to 175, and he's been challenging both fighters for a while. He's been challenging Usman and Adesanya for years,
forever.
Why don't you just stick to one division that's comfortable with your weight? That's why I tell people I don't want to go back to 175 because in the way my age is, I can't make it. I gotta go with the weight where I'm gonna feel comfortable and try to reach. Khamzat Chimaev shows he can't get to 175 naturally.
But he knows that those are the money fights. It has nothing to do with what he wants. He's all about the greed. Unfortunately, his greed is more valuable than his sense. We know if he fights, that's a money fight.
I get knocked out for 30 seconds for $3 million. I'll use that cash to wipe away my tears.
Absolutely, I'm gonna make it look good.
But think
about it. My tears with $100.
But think about it. But he'll get more money if he beats a champion. He's gonna get more, and he's gonna get endorsed. And I want to see that. I want to be honest. I do want to see that. If Adesanya doesn't get that immediate rematch, I want to see Chimaev and Pereira for that belt. I think Chimaev needs that fight. I want to see it.
I kind of think I know when the switch started for me. When I saw stuff got weird, when they were no longer on Fox Sports, when they no longer on Fox. For me, that's when I saw, okay. I said, all right, ESPN, that's fine, because I love watching every Wednesday the UFC, UFC news on Fox. That's how we would get fights. That's how we sometimes got breaking news. That's the most infamous one for me was when Rockhold was supposed to defend it against Chris Weidman again for the rematch, but Chris Weidman got injured. So then Michael Bisping stepped in, and I will never forget what Michael said. He said, "The person who he said, I should be no danger to you." He was like, "You need this. I'm just coming in this last minute. No two fights are the same. You need this more than I need this." When he said that, I said, I got a feeling we're going to have a new champion. We did. That's how we found out about the whole John Jones situation every freaking time. And I loved that we got, I love that, how Ariel Helwani was in there before Dana got mad at him for spilling the beans with the match, whatever. He was doing the job. But I think that's when it twitched. And then also, too, Can
I say something about that? People need to stop hating. I was one of them, but then when I realized the truth, they need to stop hating on Ariel Helwani.
Yeah, they need to stop.
Absolutely,
The meanest truth, even though we don't like it, he is honest. And he's the only YouTuber podcast journalist I watch besides us and BMF. He speaks fucking true. So,
oh no, fighters break their neck to try to get with him.
Of course.
Because they respect him. They respect him, and plus they felt like that was jacked up what Dana did. Because he broke the news about the UFC fight, and then for 200, and then he was actually at the press conference when it was, what was it, Mayweather and McGregor. And Brandon said, I saw him on the couch with his head down. Dana stopped it. Like, what? Why would you stop? This man is a father. He has a wife. Why would you take a check off of this man's table? That's not right.
They don't care. I noticed the political switch in MMA, the way they treated Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
And my opinion is like Shelton Benjamin, where you have the skill, but because you don't have the character, they put you at a certain level. Somebody who's just good, somebody who's just skilled can be marketed. You just got to give them a mouthpiece.
But his backstory is beautiful. Like, he was a kid that was adopted. He didn't even take UFC seriously. His coach was the one that said, bring your butt in here more.
Nobody was beating him, and because they felt he was so boring, they were about to get rid of the division. How do you market yourself if you try to get rid of my division? That's nothing but politics.
It was politics.
That was nothing but politics.
That would be the one thing that would keep me up at night. I traded him for Ben Askren.
No, that was a horrible trade, and that's why I was so happy that Jorge Masvidal did what he did, because since then, Ben Askren hasn't been the same.
Not at all.
And then Damian Maia came right behind him, and that was it. Then he took that fight with the Paul brother and knocked Jesus Christ.
That was the only time I was Jake Paul fan. That was the only time. I was like, please, knock Ben Askren out. That was the only time I was a fan.
I mean, but come on now, Dana didn't do right by Tyron Woodley either.
That's true.
And I'm a Cowboy fan. Like, how many times he lost when he was still on the contract?
Yeah.
And Tyron Woodley, it's something more to that story. I'm sorry. It's something nobody would know.
You want to know what happened with Tyron Woodley? I think the moment he lost that belt, they were feeding him to animals. They were feeding him to dangerous fighters now. And they kept constantly.
Did he look happy defending it? He looked like he was. He looked like he'd rather get a wisdom tooth removed when he would walk out. Come on, he didn't look happy.
He didn't. And that's why I'm always gonna respect and honor what George St. Pierre did. Yeah. He told us the most toughest job in the MMA business is when you become a champion, you're not the person no more. Now you're not just representing yourself as a champion. You're representing the company now. You got to represent the endorsements that you're signing up for. It was stressing him out so much. That's why there was a conflict between him and Johnny Hendrick. Because I think, in my opinion, George didn't win that fight, but he didn't lose either because he had a good first 3 rounds. But Johnny Hendrick was the only one in the welterweight division that gave George St. Pierre a problem. But Johnny Hendrick was
when he was going against Nick Diaz.
But
and then he was, he knocked out that dude for like 30 seconds.
That was an obvious fight that George was winning because the thing is that Nick Diaz was the typical original gangster that would talk on the mic to getting ahead. He knew how to play mind game. But the best part about George is such a traditional martial artist. Nothing never gets to him.
He's so zen, it's ridiculous.
He's more like, okay, you could talk in the press conference, you could talk in the weigh-in, but wait till we get in that cage. That's where George St. Pierre does the talking.
That's why I respect Frankie so much too. Frankie Edgar,
and Frankie Edgar, and that was the reason. And look at Paige Van, and look at not Paige Van Zandt, Rose Namajunas.
I was look at Paige Van Zandt. Where she at?
I seen her.
When you become that top peer, like I don't want to take this word from a WWE standpoint, but UFC is becoming WWE.
It is.
Triple H said that to Rollins. The pressure has to be on and see if you either melt from that fire or you come out of that rock as a diamond. A lot of
turn a diamond or turn it into
couldn't do it. And the only person that really handled that pressure as a champion and as a gentleman was 2 people, in my opinion. George St. Pierre and Israel Adesanya. He didn't take the fame to his head. He was cocky, he was getting confident, but guess what?
Confidence when he was on Freeland. So
when he showed he could talk, but he could also walk. Like, look, he went 5 rounds with his arch nemesis. The nemesis that he had, he went 5 rounds with him. He got caught, but shit happens. Shit happens. But he handled it. He handled it like, I don't got problems.
Even afterwards, he was still
he was doing his thing.
Got caught,
he started doing Ariel Helwani podcast. He was doing all that, and he was still being the same guy. That's how you know that those are the top guys that can handle pressure. But you know who really couldn't handle the pressure that much? Jorge Masvidal couldn't handle it. He had all that power behind him and lost 4 fights in a row.
I love him.
I
love it, man. I gotta agree. I have to.
That happens.
That was the worst thing.
We gotta continue subjects.
Yes.
We went down the MMA,
rabbit hole.
How about Maurice? You go next.
Okay. What do I want to talk about? How about let's switch it up instead of me just, no shade, just talking easy wrestling. How about we talk about ourselves? Let's talk about the future. What plans or what different things are we trying to do to make 2023 special and separate?
All right.
What are we trying to do? Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah, go
first.
No one answers. I'll go first.
I'm not sure how many, but I'm definitely making a big return to the ring this year. I'm gonna say, objectively, maybe at least 5 matches. I'm currently training, doing some practice. I got some rope work past couple of days, realized, I still got a little something in there, so I'm talking about that. I still got to work. My conditioning is still terrible. I'm not ready yet.
But when you're ready, DM me.
But I will. I absolutely will. I absolutely will. Definitely want to do that. Gotta remind some people who
you are.
What a big man can do in the ring. Gotta drop kick some people in the mouth. Gotta make it look good. So I'm excited for that.
Amen.
And I want to do and wink, want to do some more of these. You know, these are fun. We should make these more semi-regular. These are pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know? I can't do that on my own, but yeah.
It's just the month of December. I have no time with Emma, so it's like crazy. But my schedule's opening up, so
that's
definitely.
Yeah.
You guys are my guys.
Got you.
Yeah. What about you, BMF? What you see with your channel and everything this year?
I actually said a few things last night on my my end of year, my little end of year video. But I want to manage my time better. I have so many goals, and it ever seems to you like you have these goals in mind, and you going slowly up, and then it seems like up is getting farther and farther.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Oh, wow.
Really,
it's meant to be. If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen.
It's hard for it not to get to you sometimes.
Oh yeah, we're human.
Yeah, we're human. But you know what I really wish for 2023 to show, not just for me, but for everybody, even the audience that's watching. I really want people to stop finding the easy way out. That's what I think that's definitely my goal for this year. That like BMF has heard some of my personal stories and stuff like that, and if I had to cut loose, people that was affecting not just my personal life, but with my relationship and everything else, they gotta go.
Yeah.
And that's main thing. Like I'm looking at it in a way that people need to stop giving up. Like being a husband is not easy. Being a father is not easy. Being a human being is not easy. Being a brother is not easy. Being a son is not easy. But we can't just quit because the pressure is heavy on us and our shoulders. Yeah. So that's my thing now. My goal is, like, before, when, like, BMF will know, I will have a short temper and I'll be like, yo, fuck this. I don't want this no more. I don't want to do this no more. Nah, I don't want to deal with this person no more. This and that. But if it's meant to work things out, I can't quit. I got to fight it. And
I've seen you grow a lot over the past year. And I also want to say that I'm blessed the fact that no one knew about this in 2022, but I guess I could announce it properly with everybody that I care about so much. I was this close to be diagnosed with leukemia. And I was blessed to know that my third opinion of doctors, my primary doctor, my second opinion, my blood work actually came out negative. They were all good. My red blood cells were getting a lot better. So that was the reason why I was going downward spiral. No one knew about it. And that was the reason why I couldn't fight this past fall. Even though BMF saw me at the Friendsgiving, I was losing the weight. I was cutting my weight and I was getting ready for the fight. But that gave me the stop. So I don't want to keep saying that I'm going to make a comeback, because I think if I'm meant to do a comeback, it'll happen. But now, if it's meant for me to stay retired, I know my main goal now is the same goals I had years ago. I actually do want to open up my own gym and train fighters to make it, because I couldn't, but I want to help them achieve it. So that's my main goals now.
But you also have the knowledge too, so that
sometimes those who cannot do, they teach.
Those who can't do, teach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's my main goal now. I'm happy with the new job I got, so that new job is definitely going to help me reach that goal as soon as possible.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Congrats, definitely.
That's great.
And what you got playing, Megan?
Oh boy.
She's like,
Queen.
I said no ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm getting signed this year. I don't give a damn who. I'm getting signed this year. That's no ifs, ands, buts about it. The passport is in work, so now I will be international.
Ooh.
You go to Japan, you better take me. If you're going to Japan, you better take me.
Yeah, FCW, we're now partnering with a company called All Caribbean Wrestling. They're based out of Trinidad and Tobago. And we go there like 2-3 times a year. So yeah, and they want an announcer. They want a commentator. That's, you know, me. Mm-hmm. And my role has gotten bigger. As far as, you know, I was just doing production. Now it's, you know, behind the scenes production, event manager, office manager, booking. It's a lot.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
I'm trying. My mama want a Range Rover. I'm trying. Joyce got needs. I have an expensive child. Her name is Joyce. So she got needs. I just want in my life, everybody that I care about, you know, I just wish them health and success and wealth. And for me, I think this year people need to, the line of communication needs to be a little bit more clear. I think if people start talking, you know, about their feelings or what's on their chest, even if you have a journal, you need to find some way, somehow to express yourself. And I'm so tired of hearing this line, and I've been talking about this for 3 days straight, so I know it's true. I'm tired of people telling boys, teenagers, and or men, don't cry. No, you need to cry. Because if you cry, we wouldn't have, prison has half as much populated as we have. Because when you tell people to suppress their feelings, that causes, that's like the first start of anger management. Yep. So when you notice your matches is missing, now you know why. Stop it. Have people talk. Yes.
Communication is so key. There are so many problems in the world and that's with one conversation. There's sometimes people that's going through things that if they just had somebody to vent to, it'll help. How many times have we all been at a point where, like, your bowl is full, you're frustrated, you don't know your next step, and sometimes just hearing your thoughts out loud can soothe, can calm. Mindset is so key, and it's underrated, and we have so much going on, and so much here and so much there, that sometimes just talking to somebody, just getting it out, it'll help, it'll soothe, and it's so underrated, and it's so important, and it's so key.
I agree with you 100% with that, because that's why I meant to say like that too. Like, people need to stop quitting, because let's just think of it this way. What 2022 showed us is people are now showing that no one has sympathy for other people's mental health. And look what happened to Twitch. Look what happened to Jason David Frank. You know, these are men that we thought deep down were immortal. They're immortal to us, because think about it. You got a guy that played a Power Ranger is the superhero to show influence that we could grow up and be that type of influence. You have a guy that was smiling and he danced his spirit out, and look what happened. Sometimes people gotta understand that, like, I always say this, no one never really knows. Like, look, you guys didn't know about my whole blood work, because no one really truly knows what's going on behind closed doors. And that's what I feel like 2023 should open up and notice. Like, listen, you can try to do as much as you can. Like, all right, if my hole is empty from my heart, I'm not going to fill it up with hate. I'm not going to fill it up with doubts or guilt. I have to fill it up in strength, but at the same time, I have to show that my heart cannot turn cold. Once you turn cold, there's no way coming back from that. It's a mission to come back from that. So, and I'm not going to replace it, because what's meant to be there is meant to be there. And nowadays, people trying to find replacements. They're trying to find hatred. They're trying to find the guilt, just to think that that makes them stronger. In reality, it blows up in your face. No one knows. Exactly. And here's the thing too, and I think people need to also understand how to use these words too, and I feel like that's what needs to change in 2023. People need to change how to use the term positivity. They need to change how to use the term negativity. They need to change the term toxicity. Toxic is when the person is a venomous person, but if you're calling it toxic because it's tough or they're doing certain things, listen, I got a reality check last week by a childhood friend, and if he watches this now, everyone knows I don't like people touching me. This dude smacked me in the face twice by telling me straight up, and I'll admit it, I didn't fall back. I usually will swing the moment someone touches my face. But he did it because he was telling me this. The world needs to do better, and it starts with you individually. Don't say, oh, because this happened, you're blaming the person, or you're blaming the world, you're blaming this. No, sometimes you got to take your own responsibility and say it out loud. You're angry, shout it out. You're sad, cry it out. And I agree with you, what you said, Megan. Boys cannot fucking hold it in. I was one of those boys that they told me, you have to be strong, you have to be this, you got to be this. No, let it out. Become that emotional person. Being emotional does not make you weak. No. It makes you human. Yeah. So that's what we need to bring back in 2020.
Who said it, but they were saying, like, hatred is like drinking poison to hurt someone else. Exactly. It doesn't make sense.
And it wastes
we
time.
All get it, especially where we're from. If somebody wrongs us, it's like, I'm going to get them back, screw this person. And you thinking, and it's occupying stuff in your mind, and that person that you hate ain't worrying about you. It's free. Because trust me, I can hold a grudge. Man, I'm an old dragon. I can hold a grudge, but it don't hurt. It don't help.
Trust me.
And when you let it go, when you understand, when you understand, it's freeing, and it just opens up your mind and opens up some. Because half that stuff, it ain't gonna matter in 5 years. It ain't gonna matter in 10 years.
If you open a girl with somebody, and in 5 years you ain't gonna remember their last name.
No, so let it go. You sitting there harboring all this anger, frustration, and it's turning into physical problems for you. It's gonna make you messed up in another situation.
The easiest way to think about it is, okay, but that person is living their life and chilling, and you're over here
harboring all this energy.
Holding on to something.
And can I say one more thing too? And people, let's also bring back the fact, like, let's be moral with the fact that humbleism doesn't mean you could teach and be right all the time. Yeah. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to let go of your pride as well. And I think people really need to let that go. Like, ego and pride could take you to a certain level, but it's not going to take you to the level you can have when you're kind-hearted, when you're open-minded. That takes you more higher than having your pride. And I think that's, like, look, I learned my lesson that in 2022. My pride made me lose people that I care about the most. It made me lose myself, especially. And till this day, I know people said, oh, but you can't live with regret. You could live with regret because that word came out for a reason to regret what happened. But now I got to take that regret into a lesson to know if I'm blessed or lucky enough, God willingly, I get another chance of something I messed up. I got to say, look, I did this route. I got to go this route to make that lesson better and not go through it again.
Agree.
And people got to admit that when they're wrong, when they made a mistake, because I made a lot. And no one knew. I was telling one side of a story just to make myself look good, but that was something that I was being immature about it. And I admit that as a man, I admit that as a human being, and I admit that as an adult. And people need to start doing it, because I've seen a lot that would tell me one side, like my friend did. I told him, he was like, oh, what happened with you and your family? I go like this, like, I don't even see my kids anymore, nothing like that. And he goes like this. He didn't even say what happened. You know what he said right away as a man to man? What did you do right away? And this is a guy that knew me for 30 years. He used to live across the street from me in my old neighborhood. For him to say that, that's how you know he didn't want to hear what that person did. He wanted to hear what I did wrong.
You did, I don't give a damn what they did. I care about you.
He made me process that, yo, why am I making this person look bad when I didn't even tell my side of the story? What I did wrong too. Because there's always it's always like they said, it's always takes two people to dance. There's always
other side of the truth.
It takes two people to dance. It takes two people to do this. It takes two people to do that. You think of the families as well, friends as well. And I think 2023, I'm hoping to God that that everyone wakes up from that reality. And most importantly, like you said, if you got stuff to say it to a therapist, say it to a close friend, say it to someone that's willing to listen.
Especially I can't speak for the Hispanic culture, but I can speak for ours.
For us, yes.
Go to a psychologist. Yes, you can go to church and pray, but pray that he send you to the right building. Okay, stop. Stop that, because people are also afraid to go because that's gonna open Pandora's box, and it's gonna be stuff that was pinned down and suppressed that you did not know. There are reasons why you date the way you date. There's reasons why you date these people repeatedly. It's reasons why you keep getting in these not so nice friendships, or why you always in these situations. It's always a reason. It's always something that you don't even think about it.
Exactly.
You have to go. Don't be afraid. Now I get it. There are certain situations you don't want to talk to with your parents or anything like that. But talk to somebody that the third party has no dog in the fight.
No, and most importantly, everybody got to understand, you see a therapist or a psychiatrist or a psychologist, you're not crazy. Don't think that's for the crazy. That's for you. That's
helping you to not be crazy.
It's helping you. It prevents you. It prevents you to do it.
It's preventative.
I can say this. I have a short fucking temper. But for the past 2 months, when I finally let out my side of the story and let out everything to my therapist, that shit felt like all that weight that was on my shoulder disappeared in that one shot of session. And people need to start accepting that therapist is not for the crazy people. It's for people that really need help. Because
it also can manifest.
Preventative. Exactly.
It can. It can manifest.
Sometimes
it can.
Just being heard.
Just don't go expecting for your life to just change.
It's one conversation. Yeah, that's not. It's
and they're a psychiatrist, not a psychic.
That's true.
For some things, there's just no cure for. It's about learning to live with.
And can we bring back the fact that, can we stop judging other people's beliefs too? Like, that's one thing. I'm getting sick and tired of some people going like, all right, I bet you now some people that are watching and see me wearing this, they're probably thinking, oh, he believes other things and this and that. Yes, I do, and so what? Because that's my heart and that's my soul belief.
Think that far.
like people
I know what it means.
Necklace.
Yeah,
but you
don't know what it means.
You know.
Oh, hold up. Bam!
There you go.
Protection.
Yeah.
Listen, people, is nothing wrong. You can believe in God if you want, but you know how you believe in Him? By being spiritual to yourself and believing yourself. Believing your instinct and believing your heart. Your mind does two things. It switches to a negative side, but then it switches to a positive. But believe in these two. The guts and the heart always going to lead you what you need to be.
Happy birthday! You born on the 1st? Oh, wow.
New Year!
Happy New Year! Happy birthday! Wish for everything we was just wishing for, and that'll be great, you know, on your candle.
So he get double. So he could get money and food stamps. It's the 1st.
But you know what he gets?
So blessed.
He gets the worst birthday gift because he has to pay the first day of the rent. That's the
That's true.
That's all right. If you get 3, sell it for $150.
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Okay. Do we have another subject we have to switch to?
Let's just pay respect. Let's pay respect for the people we lost.
Will Smith, he's still a little bit canceled. Nobody's talking Will Smith. They've muted him.
I think
what did you guys
say? So the fight wasn't that hard. He's still standing.
I think exactly what we were talking about and what's needed to happen. Everybody has their limit. You don't know what somebody's going through that day. He was wrong. but he should have spoken to somebody. He had some stuff that he needed to go through.
But he knew about the joke.
He gets the help that he needs.
But think about it. He was laughing at the joke.
And he knew about the joke. He was there. Rehearsal.
At the crew. Happy BMF New Year to you.
That's crazy.
No, but he was laughing. And and if you're telling me they were rehearsing it, then I think the whole thing was just a show. Because think about it, the Oscar hasn't been getting views for years. I think the only time they had a higher view when Leonardo DiCaprio finally won Best Actor of the Year. When he finally won that, that's when people started tuning in because
Leo went on damage control. He stopped dating Victoria's Secret models because he wanted them to take him serious. But he went on damage control. He was chilling for a minute.
He needed that. No, he needed it for a while. He performed amazingly. And Happy New Year's to you too, Royalty.
Yeah. I think BMF they got it in Django. I really do think so.
I agree.
I think the time he could have won it, in all honesty, is when they voted for him in The Departed. Because in The Departed, he did. Like, all of them did. They not one bad actors in that movie. That movie, I could watch the movie every day. But he should have won it. But like now he finally won it, the views were going up. When the views started going down, it's the same goes with the Grammys. Yeah. That's why Eminem shitted on the Grammys in all his tracks. Because he's like this. You hype us up to get us there so you could get more views, but we don't win anything. You give it to an artist that not 10 people won't even know who the fuck they are. Same goes with the Oscars. It's all rigged. But for Will Smith,
it's all politics.
All right. When that whole thing went down, you guys saw it?
Yeah.
Did you notice that Will laughed at the joke at first?
He did. That's why I was confusing.
That Jada, who was shaking her head upset.
She looked like a child. She looked like a mom scorning her child. Like when she looked.
Yeah.
I see videos. Like I looked into it, of course, because it's what I do.
Yeah.
And I see videos from their children saying that their mother has a problem, and talk like I think it's more to it than that.
You know what I think
the thing is that but here's the thing. I can see why some people baited, some people didn't know. The majority of Jada's career, she's always had short hair.
Yeah.
So that's probably why nobody was like, oh, she has alopecia. No, probably not. And if you don't watch Red Table Talk, there's no way you would know.
Right.
Because it's only the ones that go viral. But that one, when it's her and her daughter, like her mom and her daughter on there, those are not the ones that go viral. But the majority of her career, she's had short hair.
Yeah.
So nobody, I was like, I didn't even know she had it. Because she always had short hair.
But that's the thing, though. That is the thing, though. Like, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and if you don't speak on it, like, listen, I feel like not every celebrity needs to hide behind closed doors, because you know you're gonna get the exposure, you're gonna get the spotlight. You have to let at least an information know so nobody fucking judges you, or like what Chris Rock did, make a joke on you. And that's what and that's one thing too. Can we stop with the bullshit sensitivity? They're comedians.
Yes.
That's their job.
Yeah.
They roast. They make you laugh. They are the only ones in this world that can actually speak the truth on their shows and not get canceled, because
that's their job as comedians. That's the one people that should be able to toe the line.
This Friday, I finally saw Marlon Wayans. And when I tell you, that was old school. Because you got to, I mean, come on, that's the Wayans family. These are the people that thought, I'm going to get, these are the people who don't be a menace to society while in South Central drinking your gin in living color. Like Scary Movie 1 and 2, them 3 and 4, them foster kids.
We're not counting.
I'll be like, that was old school comedy. And you could tell by the age group, I was like, oh, we ain't going to get offended. We're not gonna get offended. We not, cause he even said, he was like, certain things is like, I want to say it, but I'm afraid. But he kept getting shots. Like, people in the audience were buying him shots. So the show was supposed to be 45 minutes. It went on for an hour and a half, and he just went. And it was so much fun. But I do agree with you, Jay. That comedians are able to take something that's sad and to make it into a joke.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the whole thing. That's a gift.
I finally saw his last stand-up. Even though it was a stand-up, he was speaking like true, like
very much so. Yeah.
And he says something that has been viral now. Now it's going all over like Instagram, Facebook, and videos. Real. Yeah. And he says something that people were laughing, but it was something that, Maurice, you will agree with me on this. It was something that men go through. And what he said is that in this world, we still live in a society how women want equal rights, right? They want equal rights. They want the equal job pay. They want the equal career that men have. And it's been happening. And I condone it because I'm happy that's happening. But what about the equal rights of emotions that men go through? Because like, let's say this. Mental health has been affecting more men in 2022 than women. So I hope it changes this year, because Chris Rock said it. Who gets unconditional love are dogs, babies, and women. Men haven't been getting it. And that's why I guess my Twitch was going through a depression that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
That's why Jason David Frank was going through it.
Yeah.
Robin Williams years ago was going through it. That man used to make all of us laugh, but we wasn't making him laugh.
But also, like, I don't like it when, okay, look at Chadwick Boseman. He was sick. You have people because who are celebrities, and if they get an illness, especially if they played a certain character or if they're deemed like immortal in a way, if they get sick, if they're sick, they're afraid to say something. Because when I saw a picture of him, I was like, well, he's an actor. Maybe he's losing weight for a role. I never even thought of his sickness. But when somebody said he was sick, I was like, okay, look, their job is to entertain us. When they go into the doctor, that's none of our damn business. Yes, we are fans. Yes, we're putting money in your pockets, and we are partially the reason why you have the lifestyle that you have. Yes, I agree. But when it comes to your family, your health, and your sanity, you have to protect that at all costs. If you got to be nice and nasty to somebody to protect it, you have to protect it. So I get why, God forbid, Tracy Braxton, Tony Braxton's sister, she was sick.
Yeah.
She did one picture and everybody just, and I'm like, y'all, now I knew that she was on a weight loss journey, and I just thought maybe she switched diets, because sometimes when you go straight to vegan instead of like taking steps, you can look sickly. I didn't know she was sick, but that was none of my business that she was sick. It was none of my business. So I just thought maybe she switched diet, you know. I was like, hey, you know, because you know when you start losing weight, you got to try to find that sweet spot. So I thought that's what it was. I never thought she was sick, but it was none of my business. You know, I'm not her family member, but that's the one thing too. Like, I'm not, because it's like the thing is this: if you shout it so you can bring awareness, or you want attention. But if you shut up about it, why you don't want to say anything? You always got to keep everything to yourself.
You can't please everybody. You can't please everybody, so you just got to live in your truth, period. You have to do what you have to do for you.
What's his name? Kevin, I don't want to say his last name wrong. That played the voice of Batman. No one knew he was sick. No one knew. Yeah. And he passed. Yeah. And they reported that he was diagnosed. But that's the thing, like, people got to understand that personal life means personal life. Yeah. It doesn't mean everyone needs to know. Even if it's dangerous, or even if it's wrong or right, it's a personal life. You gotta respect the privacy.
Gotta leave them alone. That's why I don't get how paparazzi like.
We gotta take a second before imposing their ideologies on other people, because everybody's living their own life. Sometimes take a second.
Take a second, like, yo, and that's another thing too. Like, the culture that we live in now, I'm noticing we're going backwards now. Like, look at the stuff that, like, look at the Kardashians, for example. Let's talk about that for a second. Now Kim and who's the younger sister? Kylie Jenner, the baby of the family.
I don't support. I'm gonna let you say this, but I don't support Kardashians even being.
No, I'm not saying I don't support them, but look at them now. Now they did the reverse surgery that they've been having for fucking 10 years. They finally reversed their procedures. Now,
yeah, because people like to take from our culture and get the benefits, and then once they get
now they want to like rich white women.
Are you telling me that sooner or later I'm gonna see Colombian women, other Hispanics, or even African Americans, Jamaicans? You telling me that sooner or later I'm gonna see them go to those same doctors and like, okay, because the Kardashians are doing it, can you get rid of all the shit you worked on me for years? Like, that's something that we need to really cut out. Like, yeah. And now I'm starting to understand why Kanye is literally opening his mouth a little bit. Mm-hmm. Do I feel it's bad for the guy?
No.
But I agree.
Kanye's another. That's another.
We told a little line.
I don't like the fact that how he talk about Amber Rose.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just wish she could stop talking about me. Like,
yeah.
You had the nerve to say you need to take 100 showers with Amber Rose. Do we need to go down her Rolodex?
But what I'm saying, like, what he's saying, besides that, like, Rose thing, talking shit about other people, but what he's also trying to say is that he is showing true facts. How corrupted and how much of people in the industry of music and movies are so mindfucked.
Yeah, he should have seen. He should have got some help when his mom passed away. He should have seen somebody when his mom passed away.
And this is why Eminem is still getting that fame, because he is now exposing all these fucking industry. He don't care.
You didn't. Oh my God. I did not know. The thing that's so crazy, I always loved Eminem. I did. Because I love the documentary of when VH1 was doing the one album that really did it. And,
I think it was,
you have younger people. But the younger people are like, well, why was the Marshmallows LP was such a big deal? I'm going to tell you why. During that time, it was TRL, boy band, Britney Spears, Mandy Moore, Christina Aguilera, Central. It was common to have them sell over 1 million albums in a week.
Easy.
Matter of fact, albums at that time were coming out on Tuesday. You would get the sales on Wednesday. They were so damn good. Albums were coming out on Thursday. So Eminem came out with the Marshall Mathers LP. That shit sold 2 million in 1 week. He even said he was shocked. He was like, "Wait, what?"
Because
it was born that boy band Central.
Different.
That album was I don't give a I mean, no, Kim was right. That was not a good song.
He knows how to adapt. That's the thing too. He knows how to adapt.
He can adapt. Yeah. Either you adapt or you can.
He knows how to adapt, but he also knows how to destroy it to make people wake up. He knows how to do it.
You can't outsmart a smart ass. You can't.
I love him.
You can't. He was the one that.
If you listen to that song, "Lucky You," what he did with Jonah Lucas, and I listen to it every fucking day when I gotta remind myself that I'm not a puppet. I'm not falling for the system, because he showed in that video how everyone is a follower nowadays. Like everyone wants to do what everyone does.
The way I am does too. I want to say exactly. He was reaching his limit with fame. He was reaching it. He was done.
But I'm going to say it. I don't care what people say. Y'all want to curse me out? Go ahead. It's 2023. I don't give a fuck. Cancel TikTok. Please cancel TikTok. Go. Like,
I'm gonna restart.
Well, what I had to do, I had to, like, when you swipe down to reload the app, I had to do that to see it when you're live. I had to get a refill. Queens, babe. There he goes. There's Maurice.
Okay. We couldn't find you, Maurice. I don't know why.
Megan. Oh, there's Maurice. Maurice.
Let's go.
Now we're missing Megan.
I just sent it. Let's see.
Happy New Year, Alicia. Hope you enjoy it with your family and your kids and your new puppy.
Happy New Year, everybody. Sorry,
I might have to drop out of this one early because Dragon gotta take care of baby Dragon soon, but I'm still here for now.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Pick another subject or two and try to keep it a little shorter.
A little shorter, yeah.
Can we cancel TikTok though? Like, can we really cancel that?
As much as TikTok annoys me, there are so many people who look like you and I that are making so much money off of TikTok and giving people options to do something besides the stupid shit that's going to get them locked up. I think the benefit of TikTok, as annoying as it is, and I can't stand TikTok, it is benefiting people and giving other people options that I support it. If you can make your money and make your paper legally by doing that, let it rock.
For it. Yeah, go for it. But here's the thing though, like I'm gonna ask Megan if her opinion about this, but the thing what I don't like about TikTok mainly is the fact that you have to constantly do exactly what they want to trend. Like they want you to trend this way, and like I said, TikTok is also a world where you cannot live privately. You gotta tell them how your day was, what you did an hour ago, what you did this, and let's be honest too. My boy posted it up like a week ago, if I'm not mistaken, a screenshot of a girl on TikTok, and now they're using TikTok as a platform to promote their OnlyFans, to promote their other subscriptions that they have. Like they tend to forget that kids use TikTok more than adults. I don't want my kids seeing that shit. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? And also, here's one thing too. And I gotta say this: we're all in our 30s and higher. Can people our generation stop? And I mean it, and I repeatedly, and I swear to God, I'm gonna take this clip out of your YouTube, BMF, and I'm gonna make it a reel every fucking day. Stop listening to men and women when it comes to their video of advice of relationship when they're fucking 10 years younger than us. Stop. I'm sorry. They did not go through half the things we all went through. So they don't understand people's point of view. They're only going by what they go through, and it's just baby shit. I'm sorry.
So here's what I'll say to that. You're absolutely right, but I take a lot of things back to wrestling. Some characters get over. Half of those people are being characters because characters get you paid. And if you fall for it, if you fall for the kayfabe, then that's on you. If you want to listen to somebody and take their advice for your situation when they are not about or don't understand your situation, then you need to learn a little bit more about yourself. Half of these people are doing things to get themselves over, to make money, and if that's what you have to do, do you. I'm not going to knock that. Half these people don't believe what they're saying, but they're saying what they're saying to say the most random, outlandish stuff because that's what gets attention, and attention gets you paid. That's what it is. I do not believe Andrew Tate believes half the stuff that he says. I do not.
I don't believe that either.
He's a character. But guess what? It works. It got you paid. And some people live the character. And guess what? If that's what you got to do to get a $3 million watch, make your paper. But be smart enough to know that this is a character. And when he goes to sleep, he is not this person, this mask that he puts on.
All right. And I wanna say another thing too for this year. And hey, man. I want to say this, Megan, and I hope you agree with me on this.
What?
I'm telling them how they need to cancel TikTok because it's becoming just the worst influencing now. Yeah. But I also said that people need to stop listening to the younger generation's advice when they make that video like, oh, like if you're in the love situation. I'm like, dude, when I had my first girlfriend, you was not even in your dad's ball sack yet, and you're giving me advice?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're looking at us like, oh, y'all, let me tell you something. The game may change. It's just different players.
Mm-hmm.
Just because let me tell you, trust me, and come on, we can all witness this with our own parents. How we didn't think they were right, and then we can be like, God dang, if I would have listened to my mom, I could have saved 5 years of my life. Like, I really could have. Yeah. Don't be afraid to listen to other people.
My dad last year used to tell me like this, why is everybody getting involved in your life right now? Stop. Those certain peoples are snakes. Yeah. They're the ones that are trying to bite you.
Yeah.
Why? And he was right. And look, and I'm in a situation where I gotta learn and deal with it, but I wish I could have opened my mind and be like, yo, my pops was right. You know, he was not wrong. He was not saying things to hurt me. He was saying things to prepare me and be like, yo, get ready. But if you keep going this route, this is what happens.
And you don't understand. You don't know what I'm going through. Yes, they do.
They do.
They've been there.
They do. Yeah. My sister said that to me. I said, what? Like, look, girl, I wrote the book for you to go through this, okay? Because it's like, people don't understand. It's like, when you love somebody and when you really love them, you will do whatever you can to stop an 18-wheeler truck coming at them 100 miles an hour.
Absolutely. That's a fact.
That you will. If you love somebody, you're going to protect them. And protecting them also means this. Don't tell them every goddamn thing you hear about them. Because if you're protecting them, you don't need to repeat it.
You know, no, that's true. And another thing, too, and there's another culture that people need to stop as well. Like, remember what I said before, that people need to stop giving up on things. I'm just going to say this right away. And BMF, me and you have a lot in common when it comes to this. People, stop telling me to move on so quickly about someone I care about, even if it's a relationship, but most importantly, the people I lost.
Thank you.
All right?
You had no time.
Y'all need to stop telling me that, because that means you're telling me to make my heart cold and not give a fuck about the people that are meant to be here. That needs to stop. Okay? When I see BMF talk about how she misses her mom, I agree. I wish I was next to her sometimes when she posts it, because I could give a hug and tell her she's right here. Keep remembering her, and that's it. And the same goes with me. It could be 20, 30 years that my mom was gone. Don't tell me to move on.
Don't tell me that
was part of my life.
That's fighting.
Don't tell me that's it. People need to understand. No one's gonna truly understand it until it happens to them.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because the closest thing I can say is this: I can't say I understand, but I can say I empathize. I don't know what that's like, but I can. Or don't compare. If you're like coming to me, Megan, I lost my mom. I said, girl, I know how that feels. I just lost my dog 2 weeks ago. Huh?
Yeah, no,
that's not the same thing. Like. Don't try. Are you trying to top my pain? Like, oh, I can beat this. No, stop doing that. Like, and be there for that person, especially when you know, especially if you're a friend that knows, like, you around a parent. So if me and BMF live with each other, and I knew that her mama's birthday, and so forth and so forth, I'm the type of friend where I'm gonna be like, okay, look, I know this day means something to you. Do you want me to leave you alone? Do you want to go out and have a distraction?
Oh my God. You hit the nail on the head.
Do you want to go support the Naked Hustle? Let me know. I'm your friend, so just let me know.
That's so clear and that's so big. I'm going to double down on that. People react and heal and grieve in their own way. One is communication. Sometimes people need to be there. Sometimes people don't. You have to see what that person needs. Don't do what you want to that person. Ask them what they need. Sometimes I'm going through stuff and I just need to laugh. I need an escape. Sometimes I'm going through stuff I need to be left alone. And it's not mean I'm mad at you, I'm upset at you. Maybe this is maybe today, maybe Thursday, Dragon just need to be in the cave by himself. But Friday, maybe Dragon needs to let's go and just have fun, have a good time. But ask me and be there and respect what I need. If I say I need to be left alone, don't bother me, because then you're disrespecting. And just because I said I need to be left alone this day, don't now, oh, nah, he being different. He acted. Bro, I'm just being real. I'm letting you know what I need for my heart and for my mental health. Respect what somebody else goes through.
If I'm in your presence and I have an attitude, but what's wrong with you? Or why didn't you say this to that damn
bother? And are you trying to help or hinder?
And that's something that a lot of people need to really understand that, because, like, for instance, like, look, in October, I needed to be alone, and you guys saw I went to Monday Night Raw because I needed an escape route. I was finding out a lot of shit around that month, and okay, yeah, I shouldn't distance myself too much, but I needed that time. Like, okay, if I can't. I'm not going to express my anger on people no more. That's one thing I learned. I don't want to do that because I don't want them to feel that I'm attacking them. So the only way for me to express my anger now is either training or be in my room, scream my lungs out, and let it out. Or distract yourself. Like Marie said, people got to respect that. Because in all honesty, nowadays, let's say, for example, Megan, if I start talking to you for a month, you, as a common sense person, you're going to be like, yo, Jay's going through something. I don't want to bother him, but I'm going to wait till he comes to me to see where he goes.
I'll message you like, hey, you ran across my mind. Just want to check up on you.
Message you, check it in. I'm here if you need me. Let me know. And then I'm out there.
You ignored me for a month. You didn't even hit me up. Yo, I'm going through shit. You gotta respect that. You gotta respect that.
But that's called paying attention. No matter what type of relationship is, you have to pay attention.
You said something earlier, Jay, about quitting, not quitting. I'm going to say, I'm going to try to modify it and say, don't quit on the things that are important to yourself, but those people that are not pointed in the same direction and path that you're going, absolutely quit those people.
Oh yeah,
because
they'll hold you down.
Your enemies are closer than your friends to you.
And they're your biggest
sometimes the people that wish you the worst are right next to you. The people sometimes that you got to be real close to stab somebody in the back. So that means they're right there.
And I'm pointing it out right now. And I know this is going to be live. This is live, guys. This is live. Like JR said, we're live. We're live. Anyone tonight that noticed that you don't see my Facebook or Instagram tonight, don't be surprised why. Because I promised myself in 2023 as well, anybody that gave me a heartache, a headache, all 2022 and didn't understand me, you see this window? I grabbed all Livia that put me through shit that I didn't deserve to go through, especially families. And I'm going out that window, and I'm saying this now and clear. I remember I used to say I'm going to close the door and never open it. No, this I'm closing the door, I'm locking it, the key's going through the water. Because that's what people need to realize too. Like Marie said, it's usually the people close to you are selfish and do things that they think is helping you, but it's harming you more.
Yeah.
And I'll speak on that. You as long as they can benefit from it.
As long as they can benefit. And now, I'm the type of person, when you're one of my people, I hold you down. I hold you down. I take care of you. But sometimes people aren't good.
Can I talk to Mandy?
Excuse me, guys.
Guys, we're going to wrap this up. I just want each of us to say, you know, something that we want to change in 2023.
I just want to be a better version of me. I'm going to work to those goals. I'm going to make sure that I acquire them. I get there. I'm going to go through the steps to get there. And I'm going to be the best version of myself this year, period.
I guess it's the same answer. I'm going to try to be better, keep myself more composed. This time, instead of shutting my heart down, I'm not. I got to learn that I'm human. And if I love hard, I love hard. There's still people like us, guys. And I'm not going to change that just because I was hurt from family members or any situation I'm in. I'm going to keep it up there, and I'm like what Marie said, I'm thriving with my new job and my new career.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do the best version of me each day. I'm focusing on today, and there's certain things I don't like today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm gonna work on it to be better. That's all I'm doing.
For me, you know, me being so close to losing my mom a couple of times, it's made me appreciate her way more. But it's also an eye opener that, you know, it can get real in 2.5 seconds. And then, you know, it's just you and her. And that's what it was. It is just me and her. And I've always made a joke. We're going to be like Dorothy and Sophia from the Golden Girls. It is. But she's always told me, you are my ride or die. We are each other's ride or die. If you got, I have, you have. And so I'm to see that and to see that happen has made me appreciate her a whole lot more. So I'm telling everybody, especially with your parents, they're getting older in age and things happen, appreciate them. If there's something you need to get off your chest about them, tell them. Talking to the grave ain't gonna help.
All right, for the first time ever, I'm gonna do this live. I appreciate this man for 26 years raising me. Everyone, say hi to my pops. Hey,
Bob.
So, this man right here, I'm gonna cherish my life, even though I knew I was a pain in the ass son. But I agree with Meg.
Yeah,
I'm keeping close because he's not getting younger.
Yeah.
So I agree with what you said. Just because I gotta get up and introduce him.
Let's see Roman versus The Rock. Let's on that for 2023.
I got Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble. I don't care what no one says. I got my pick on it.
I want Okada to get his title back.
Okada, baby.
Okada all day.
I just want to see Will Ospreay one more time. That was a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Ospreay Omega gonna be fire.
Oh, it's not the debut.
Thank you for being here, guys. You know, y'all love.
Thanks for having us.
Everybody have a safe New Year. Much
Happy
love
New
and
Year,
blessings.
guys.
God bless everybody. Take care.
BMF Army, baby.
Bye.
Follow.
Bye.
Subscribe to BMF on YouTube. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.